it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the last Monday of the month. That means it is time for Maggie Holmes Monday. This is a series that Sarah Scrapp started, and I am continuing with bangs and glasses. So I will have her link down below. And then I am using pretty much Forever Fields. It's probably the only collection that I still have a decent amount of. The rest is all kind of scattered. And Peachy Cheap actually had, they had some Maggie Holmes papers, like just paper pack. And I was like, oh, do I do it? Do I do it? I didn't do it. I held strong. I'm not really sure how I did that, but I did. Because I am not very strong when it comes to Maggie Holmes supplies. So it'll be interesting to see all of her new stuff. So I am starting with that kind of blue ledger paper, and I really liked the backside. And so I'm actually going to use both sides. So I cut it where it needs to be and then flipped it over and just applied some regular Scotch tape for wrapping presents. So I am also playing along with Follow a Sketch February. I'm not sure what Liza's doing. She might be playing along too. So we'll see. So I am working on the banners. So I have this super fun bow paper and this green polka dot paper. So I'm going to do that. And then the back side of the bow paper was this stripe. And I thought I needed a third banner up there. But then I realized that there's actually a banner down on the bottom coming from the left-hand side. So this is a double page sketch, but I am only doing the right side of it. And I am documenting my daughter's first day of school this year, actually. Well, I guess technically 2024, but this school year. And so it calls for a really thick mat, which is not something I normally do. So I have this pink paper from a paper pad from Maggie Holmes somewhere. And I went ahead and cut out that large mat. And then next to those banners, there's a circular element. And I decided that I was going to do a big doily for my circular element. And I was actually going to put it underneath instead of on top. I was having an issue where the banners were kind of going over the overlapping paper. And so by adding that doily under there, that solved whatever issue I was having in my head with it. So I also used the green to make another banner for the bottom. So instead of one banner, I have two. And because the title is on the other side of the sketch, I didn't really have direction of where I wanted to put it. This is actually my last color cast design piece that I have left from the January subscription box. So I feel pretty good about getting that used up, knowing that I have just started using my February box. So I figure if I can get them used up in a month, I feel like that's great. So it says, I cherish you. And so I played around with several spots. I'm going to end up leaving it down there at the bottom. I do like the idea of putting them over pictures. I also liked the idea over the banners, but the banners felt to me like it was getting a little lost. And so I think it really pops off of that blue paper down there. So I'm going to stick with that. And then I'm going to go through the ephemera pack and the sticker sheet. In the ephemera pack, I just find a couple of labels and then a set of leaves that I'm going to put down here at the bottom. I do find that circular element and that heart, that vellum heart die cut, Neither of those are going to stay up there. I am going to end up, well, that's kind of cute too. I do like this bee. And it snuggles right on the top of the H in cherish, so that's where that's gonna land. And then that vellum heart is actually gonna go down at the bottom because I want to bring in this blue floral sticker from the sticker sheet. And so I'm just building up the cluster on the top and the cluster on the bottom, and I realized that I really need a cluster over there where the banners are. So I did go off screen, glue most things down, and then this join is still really bothering me. So I had this, oh gosh, it's kind of a leathery ribbon with a scallop border. It's gold. And it was just sitting on my desk, so I decided that's what I was going to use to cover up that join, and I like it a lot better. So my little bee had to come off, and I'm going to go ahead and glue down my title with the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and then I can go ahead and put the bee back down. I did stick the bee to the back of my hand, that way I could make sure I don't lose him, because sometimes I lose things and then I forget that I even wanted them on the page, which that's fine too. Obviously it wasn't meant to be, but sometimes you're like, oh, where was that piece? So that little bee is just living on my hand, living its best life there. Thank goodness it's not a real one, because that would not be fun. So I'm going to add a bow to this cluster up here at the top since I got rid of the circle. I'm going to add a little cluster of flower stickers down at the bottom. And then for this cluster, I've got the camera, and then I did a vase with some florals on it. And I do feel like it needs something else. I try the bow doesn't work. It kind of blends in with the fact that there is bow paper. And then I find this piece that says brighter than sunshine, which, you know, she's pretty bright, even though there's not sunshine happening. And then I also found another tiny word sticker that says full of wonder. So I'm going to put that down there at the bottom, and that is going to complete with this layout. So I will have a couple of things down there for you. I will have Follow a Sketch February's playlist, since I am playing along with that today. And then I will have Bangs in Classes video to see what she is doing with her Maggie Holmes. And I've seen it and it's beautiful, so I can't wait to watch. So remember to wear your crown, and I will see you next month. Bye.